Hello, and welcome back to another educational event brought to you by Dash Trader. This section is going to cover Moving Average Convergence and Divergence, the MACD. Part 4, Configuring the MACD to Trade. So let's jump right in. As always, hopefully by now you've gotten to know me. My name is Michael DiGioia. I'm a native New Yorker, and I'm a financial professional. Been trading and involved in the markets for over 23 years. I've been a trader, risk manager, market maker, and trading desk manager. I've pretty much experienced the internet tech bubble, the leveraged stock bubble, even the long-term capital meltdown back in '98. Got a lot of great experience in trading bubbles and the inflation and deflation of bubbles. Needless to say, it's a great pleasure to be here with you, teaching you about one of my favorite indicators, that is the MACD. So what is the MACD? Moving Average Convergence or Divergence. So the MACD is a trend following momentum indicator that shows the relationship between two moving averages and the security's price. The MACD is calculated by subtracting 26-period exponential moving average from the 12-period exponential moving average. The result of that calculation is the MACD line. The 9-day EMA of the MACD is also called the signal line. It is plotted on top of the MACD line, which can function as a trigger to buy and give you as a trigger for buy and sell signals. Traders may also buy the security when the MACD crosses above its signal line, okay, and that gives you a sell or a sell short signal. The security when the MACD crosses below the signal line. The MACD indicator can also be interpreted in several ways, but the most common method are for crossovers and divergences, as well as rapid rises and falls. Okay, so we'll take a look at the key takeaways after we go to the charts. So let's just go right to the charts here. All right, so you're going to see, I'm going to make these charts go back to my vanilla. I'm going to load settings to just take a regular plain vanilla pre and post market chart here. We're going to put that on there, take our price by volume off. If you haven't checked out one of our earlier classes on price by volume, I suggest that you do. Great class on price by volume, a very popular indicator today, and Dash Trader does a great job of displaying that on your charts. So let's take a look. I've made a very, very plain and vanilla chart here with my pre and post market data. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just right click. I'm going to make this one chart very big. I'm going to get started right there, and we're going to put it on our MACD. Now, I personally like to have my MACD at the bottom section of my screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a chart area. And in our first section, our first chapter of this latest series is I went over how we can add chart areas, but very quickly, we're going to add a chart area before. And then I'm just going to go to chart area and move it down. And notice how the chart area just kind of goes down. All right, so I got my chart area down. I'm going to go study config. And I'm just going to scroll down to MACD, and I'm going to select that, commit, and beautiful. I got a perfectly configured MACD right there on my screen. Now I'm going to put this, I tend to use the MACD on my daily charts, and I'm going to show you how I use it. Okay, I'm going to bring up a stock that's a little bit more normal. I'm going to bring up Apple. Apple's had a little bit of a rough time lately, and I think that it's going to really, really illustrate the uses of the MACD. Okay. So this is our signal line. This is the MACD line versus the signal line. So the MACD line is gently going up. So you notice the MACD line crosses over the signal line here. That's generally considered a buy signal. So let's just put in our vertical lines at what would be considered a buy signal on the MACD. So right here, just about that would be a buy signal on the MACD. Okay, and I'm going to go through the actual configuration of the MACD as well. So here would be your sell signal. Now, generally speaking, we call the MACD a lagging indicator. And if you look, you did do well by getting in here and getting out here. So actually, this would be moved over one bar. Okay, but yes, there are some, it's a little bit of a lagging indicator because it did go down for 4 days prior to you getting the actual MACD signal. Okay, so the question I have is, what would be a possible indicator that things are starting to change direction? So noticed on the histogram, so this is called the MACD histogram. Now I just wanted to show you again, these are our MACD configurations, 26 and 12. 9 is the signal line, and of course you can change the colors of the actual lines themselves. You can change the width of the lines themselves. You can also, there's nothing for you to select here, it's already pre-configured. You can change, the only thing I tend to change the colors on is the histogram. I will use the red and the green and just leave them as is. I don't do anything but keep the default settings. So I just wanted you to see that that would be considered a buy between these two lines. Now, next, let's take a look and see where we would get a sell. So I would get a sell right about here. That would be my sell. After that big rejection, we get a sell. Now, I'm going to show you how I use it, and I'm just going to keep going to the side here. We're still in this short, by the way, on Apple. So Apple gives us a sell here. The signal line goes south. Now, this is the divergence element of the MACD. So do you see how this high and makes a lower high on the signal line? Whereas on the chart itself, you have a high and then a higher high. So this is a high and a higher high. This is a high and a lower high. So we clearly have a divergence between the MACD and the price and volume chart. Now notice that the signal line gives us a clear divergence, and then of course the crossover, which occurs here, confirms after the divergence. You get a crossover. That's your sell signal. Okay. We don't get a crossover on the actual moving averages until here. Right. So the moving averages cross over here. So that's a confirmation of that crossover here. And now price is below the moving averages. So technically we're still in this trend. The only thing I would say is that the fact that the histogram is starting to ascend, that's a possible indication that this move down might be coming to an end. But that's how you use the MACD from a trading perspective. And I'm going to just pop up one more chart. I'm going to bring up Tesla. Really beautiful MACD indications here on Tesla. Great divergence. I'll show you the divergence here on the trend line here. So here, trend line shows going up, high, lower high, and then here on the MACD, super extended, lower high. We did get some confirmation and a move back down with lower highs there on price, but of course you see the signal line was higher than the MACD line was higher than the signal line. With that being said, we get our sell signal. Right, our sell signal is right there on the crossover. A little bit early, which was actually good because generally the MACD is a lagging indicator. And we'd still be in this trade, although we are getting indications that the histogram is ascending. Probably you'd be getting out somewhere around now anyway. You're going to get some signals. Maybe you'll get further downside move. Maybe you'll get a continuation pop up. But I think probably on any kind of radically sharp up day like this, you'd probably want to get out anyway. But that's still a tremendous move from 875 down to 575, 600, 625, 650, somewhere in that area. But notice how the histogram goes up here. The crossover here also worked. Crossover of the signal line right here. Okay, so you got your crossover the signal line right there. We did go a little bit negative here. We did get a crossover here. Doesn't look like that would have shook you out based on the price chart, but certainly from the MACD, somewhere over here, you got a crossover. Generally, what I use the MACD for, like personally, is I use it for staying in the trade. If the MACD does not tell me to get out, then I will try to stay in the trade. So for me, I use the MACD for running my trades longer by looking at the MACD to stay in the trade. So price would have to tell me to get out, plus the MACD would have to confirm it. And we're going to be covering this in an upcoming section. So what else can I do? I can also add a new area before. You can right click, and the other thing that I would use usually in conjunction with the MACD is I like to use my RSI, Relative Strength Index, as another filter, okay, to tell me that things are coming to an end. Now, the RSI tends to be a leading indicator, whereas the MACD tends to be a lagging indicator. So let me show you how we use the RSI in conjunction with the MACD, but we're going to cover this in the RSI as well when we cover the RSI indicator. Notice how we got our signal to get out when RSI crossed the trendline ray on this day. So MACD is great for giving us a filter confirmation to stay in the trade, but also at times to get in the trade, sometimes to get out of the trade. The RSI will be your first trigger in. So RSI will usually lead the MACD. And, if you want to lock in some profit, you might want to use your RSI once you are in a profitable trade. If you were short to the downside on Tesla, the RSI would be a great place for you to use as a trailing stop. All right, so let's go back to our takeaways. All right, so on this note, we're going to just take a quick look at our takeaways. All right, so some key takeaways are moving average convergence divergence. MACD is calculated by subtracting 26-period exponential moving average, which is the EMA, by the 12-period EMA. MACD triggers a technical signal when it crosses above, which is a buy, or below, which is a sell, its signal line. The speed of the crossovers is also taken as a signal that the market is being overbought or oversold. MACD helps investors understand whether the bullish or bearish movement in price is strengthening or weakening. And that's really the indication by the histogram. So let's jump in. If you'd like to continue learning with me, if you found this lesson helpful and you wanted to learn more about trading and using various different indicators in Dash Trader to trade better and wanted to increase your consistency. And that's what I like to consider myself, a consistency coach, is to work with people to help them become more consistent in their trading. And consistent profitability is the key to your trading career. So on that note, if you'd like to go to learningdaytrading.com, you can scroll down to my name as one of the featured educators, and you can certainly purchase a coaching session. I would suggest, if you've never worked with me in the past, do an introductory session for just $50. If you think that it's helpful, we can kind of identify some things we'd like to work on in your trading. You can purchase an hourly package that will include more hours. And obviously, the more hours you buy, the bigger the discount you get. And just like another thing is I think of myself as a performance coach. I want to help you increase your trading performance. And if that means that you're not profitable, that's taking you to profitability. That is, if you're not profitable enough and you want to increase your profitability, help you increase your profitability. And of course, if you're not consistently profitable, increase your consistency. So you have to identify what your goals are, and then certainly I would work with you to achieve those goals. All right, guys, join us in our next session, which I already alluded to. The next session is going to be what I like to use in conjunction with the MACD, which is the RSI. Hope you found this session helpful. Certainly like this lesson if you liked it, and share it. And certainly, click on the little updates so that when we do a new lesson, that you get notified immediately that a new lesson has been posted. So this is a series of 8. This is series part number 4. And we look forward to having you in future classes. And I certainly look forward to working with you if you'd like to improve your trading results. Thank you so much.